YouTube is Anarchy the Darkness, also known as Kill Color Strut. Recently, I've gotten some comments from a new subscriber by the name of Ruzzia, or Ruzzia Jenani or something. I think she's a new subscriber. She hasn't really gone through all my old videos. She came on my video and made some comments to me. Now, I responded. I felt like my comments were coming off as, you know, get the fuck over it. I'm dark skinned. I have it worse. Okay, even though I really don't think they did. I mean, you can go to the videos. The reply is entitled "Reply to Donald Sterling Racism Video" or whatever, something like that. Just go through my videos. Okay, so she's a black Puerto Rican girl. She's black. She's Puerto Rican. She's a brown toned Puerto Rican girl. Okay, she hasn't. I don't know what exactly she looks like, but I have an image in my head of a black Puerto Rican girl. A lot of them are not brown. Okay, they're a lot lighter than what brown is. It depends on what you feel. Okay, apparently, because you know. Anyway, I want to talk to you, Ruzzia. I really want to do this because what used to make my videos so great is that I used to interview people, and that's how I got all those subscribers. You have to step out of your box, and what I mean by stepping out of the box is step out of what you're paying. Okay. Now, let me give you a history lesson, or not a history lesson, at least a history lesson on my channel. One of my very first videos is, am I ugly because I'm dark, or am I ugly because I'm ugly? Go back, watch it. I was very depressed. I was broken. When I did that video, I would say I was more coming out of what I call to be broken. Now, I had it hard, very hard, okay? So hard that I was broken. And by broken, I mean, I pretty much believe everything people were saying to me. And I still get it till this day, okay? Matter of fact, today I was called Amistad. If you don't know what the Amistad is, you're probably super young. Okay. Not too long ago, guy stuck his head out the window when I was moving into this house. He started singing, "A wing but wet, a wing but wet, a wing but wet, a wing but wet." So I was having too much fun with that. But it's funny, but it's not funny. You're basically, oh, you're African, you're dark, you're making fun of my African heritage. Like there's something wrong with it. Okay, I was broken, okay? I thought everything these people were saying to me was real, okay? I was ugly because I'm dark, I'm dirty, I'm not worth the damn. And then to the point where I came to a rag and some bleach, and I bleached my face. Now, obviously it didn't work because I'm still super black. It probably actually made me blacker because I used to have scar tissue on my face. And scar tissue on my face made my skin uneven, and the scar tissue was a whole lot darker than my actual skin tone. And if you look, this is why I have this window right here. Hopefully, my nose is a whole lot lighter than the rest of my face. So, that's just a little history lesson. I had it really bad. And then when I got on YouTube, I used to think light-skinned people got it worse. Fuck light-skinned people. You fuckers are fucking assholes. And then I stepped out of my box. This is when after I was broken, or whatever, and I was realizing all this, I was like, when I started doing these videos, people started saying stuff to me like, I'm light-skinned and I got made fun of, my entire family is dark-skinned, and everybody made fun of me, and they treated me like shit because I was light-skinned. You know, when I got to school, some of the darker girls made fun of me and blah, blah, blah. And I started reading that shit. I was like, yo, I never seen any of that. Maybe it's like a regional thing. And I started interviewing people. When I started interviewing people, I started realizing that, yeah, everybody has their story. I wasn't the only one who struggled with this shit. And it's a stupid struggle. Like, I would rather have to deal with racism than colorism, because at least I have somebody to back me up. Colorism wasn't real, I have niggas to back me up. But unfortunately, it's real, and then you got this light skin shit, dark skin shit, you know, Drake shit, fucking Brick Raw shit, you know, making fun of people because of their skin tone, okay? Now, I understand what you're going through, and I stepped out of that. And once I started interviewing, I stepped out of that, and I started doing research. And I'm not just talking about research like talking to people. I started like researching, like reading books on the shit. Honestly, to tell the truth, I never finished a book because the shit makes me so angry. I would go to the meat of it. I would go to the statistics and why the things the way they are. Okay? Now, this is what I'm gonna tell you. This is what I wanted you to do. This is why I want you to do this. I want you to do this and I don't want you to look at my video and believe what I'm saying. I want whoever watches this video to go to Google and then Google Google, right in the bar, Google Scholars. Press enter. It's going to bring you to Google Scholars. Click Google Scholars, and Google, it's going to still be Google. It's going to be it's going to look like it's Google. It's going to ask like for articles and all types of stuff on the side. Type in colorism and then click articles. It's going to bring up books, articles, studies. It's going to bring up all that stuff. You go through all that shit. I went through about 10 pages of that stuff, read most of it, and looked up the statistics of colorism amongst not just African Americans, but amongst Indians, amongst the Asians, Indians, because they have the same shit that we're dealing with. Like, but their issue, they're bleaching themselves at this point. But unfortunately, you can't sell that shit in America because there will be an uprising, and that's what they're afraid of. That's the only reason why that shit is not being sold here, like openly. It's being sold like secretly right now, but it's not being sold openly. Like openly, I mean, the shit's not in Rite Aid across the street. The shit is online. You have to order it, or you have to find a way to get it. You have to do things to get it, and it's not going to be advertised because it's fucking racist, or not just racist, it's colorist. Thus, kill color struck. So anyway, I went through all this shit, and I studied all these things. And statistics say the worst thing you can be in this country is a dark-skinned, poor, black female with some type of ailment, because at that point not a damn person fucking cares about you. You're female. The worst thing in society is being a female. The worst things you can be racially, black, and you can pretend like it's not true, but whenever you have somebody that's mixed, what do they claim the most? You have somebody like me that's not even super dark, just brown. They'll claim up and down all day that they're Cherokee, all fucking day. They refuse the fact that they're all African. Most likely they're not because of slavery, but they will claim being Cherokee up and down all day because being Cherokee is apparently a beautiful thing. Being Irish is a beautiful thing. Being Italian is a beautiful thing. Being half Latino is a fucking beautiful thing. But being African is an ugly fucking thing. Yes, mixed people do get this shit. They're gonna get it. Why? They don't belong to a singular racial group. They belong to 2, 3, maybe multiple racial groups. Yes, you're gonna get it. Everybody's gonna get it. That's what I realized from my studies. Everybody get it. That's the whole reason why I quit making videos on Kill Color Struck. There's no point. You got other guys out there like J Love 44. I used to watch his videos. He's cool. You got guys like him who make videos about this all the fucking time, who puts their opinion about it, but I don't think he studied the statistics or read any books on the colorism. I think what he does more is social perception, which is just as good as any statistics, because social perception is actually experiencing something. So he comes on here, he talks about his experiences, or what he perceives to be what the problem is. And instead of us as black people, period, thinking of a way to fix it, all we do is bicker about it. You know what I'm saying? All you got freaking YouTube is dark skin versus light skin woman. Why I hate black women. Why I hate black men. Why I hate this. Why I hate that. Part of the reason why I get with being Kill Color Struck, because black women will get on my page and start talking all types of crap about how you black men this and you black men that. You know what I'm saying? You guys pick light skinned girls. You guys don't like dark skinned girls, okay? Now, I have to deal with this on a daily basis. I'm pretty sure you have to deal with it on a daily basis too. And it makes us stronger people. I'm not saying my struggle currently is harder than yours, or your struggle currently is hard. It depends on how old you are. I'm 25 years old, about to be 26 years old, which means I should be out of the meat of it, okay? But I'm still in college, so I still get comments about how black I am, and people saying inappropriate things. Now, if this was I was in a corporate office and somebody was saying what they were saying, I would be a rich man, because I'm suing the fuck out of that company, okay? Especially if people keep doing it, and people keep hearing it, and people keep making comments about it. Ooh! But I'm pretty sure right now you're probably in your adolescence phase, and you're probably dealing with the meat of it. And I'm pretty sure from the way you explain things to me that you're probably not in a city area where they're more, or you're not in a urban area. You're more in probably a suburban area, or maybe a low-income white area, because that's what it sounds like to me. You said people didn't want to date you because you were black. I mean, that happens. I don't think that happens in black areas, okay? Unless you're really, really dark-skinned. and in which you might get a whole lot of people not wanting to, but then you have some willing people like my best friend who fucking loves dark-skinned people. Like, he fucking loves dark-skinned women. He's like like he worships the dark skin, okay? And unfortunately there aren't that many of him that go out and do that. But I was saying, it sounds like that's what you're dealing with, and you're probably in adolescence or your young 20s, so you're gonna have to deal with this. And unfortunately, the best way for you to deal with this is to ignore it. Because the best way I deal with it is just, ha ha ha, yeah, it's kind of funny, and then, you know, move on. The guy who fucking sang the fucking Lion King to me, I laughed, ha ha ha, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker called me Big Amistad. Like that's not supposed to fucking offend me. But, you know, I'm in a school, and best I can do is say, oh, well, I'm offended by what you're saying. And I can't carry it like I used to, because, you know, before I was broken, before I used to fight back because people used to say that to me, I used to break people's fucking faces for that shit. Like, I used to hit people with shit. Like, I ain't no joke. So fuck niggas up. And the best you can do is ignore it. If somebody does, like, okay, alright, so now you also said that somebody didn't want to date you or be your friend because of it. Now, you don't want to be a friend, you don't want to be friends with anybody who, one, is only going to date you because of the way you look or because of your race. Because unfortunately, African American males, Latino American males, everybody has been worked into what's beautiful, okay? And unfortunately, that's how people pick their mates, okay? They say, oh, I'm attracted to that, and they go after it, okay? You don't want that. You want somebody that's gonna say, okay, you're cool. Oh, you like some of the same stuff I like. Oh, you like doing that too? Oh, let's go do this. And then that's what you want to work from. You don't want to work from somebody. You don't want to date somebody who's gonna say, I don't want to date you because you're half black. Okay? I have friends who are dating Asians who, like, their parents don't like them because their significant other's parents don't like them because they're black. I know what you're dealing with, and I haven't necessarily dealt with it on the level that you have. I got told by a black Puerto Rican girl. The reason why I was like, black Puerto Rican, like those are beautiful people. Like, I got told by a black Puerto Rican girl by her mother that I was too dark for her to date. Her dad was I can't remember. Damn. So she told her daughter while I was in the living room, like loud as fuck, that he is way too black, you don't need to be dealing with it. And she tried to play it off like she was laughing, but she was like dead fucking serious. So I laughed. Like, I straight laughed like a little bitch. So I know what you're dealing with. Trust me, okay? But to say that you have the hardest is an oversight. That's why I told you in the comment, go see Dark Girls or For Dark Girl, or it's by Shannon Berry or Baron Cherry. I can't remember his letters. It's a documentary, and then go see Good Hair. And also, I just saw that you commented and said, who said I had hair on my back? I'm not saying that you have hair down your back, but typically, when you have a half Latino, half black, you get the girls with the really long hair. Maybe your hair is a whole lot curlier or nappy, but, you know what I'm saying, you're still more privileged than the girl who is all African or African American, my black, my nose. Some people find big lips attractive. I've come to find out that white people pretend like black big lips are nasty, but whenever you see an animation or whenever you see them doing anything when it comes to beauty, they always make their characters or the women, they always pick characters, the women with the bigger lips. So I think that's probably one of the things. Other than that, big hips and big butts also one of our things that they find beautiful, other than our skin. But you know what I'm saying? It's something you're gonna have to deal with, and unfortunately, you have to fucking deal with that. I mean, it's unfortunate, and I hate the shit too, cause I deal with it on a daily basis. But I wasn't trying to shut you up or be mean to you. I just want you to take a look on the outside, and that's the best way to be enlightened by this. Yeah, you're gonna deal with this shit. Yeah, best thing you can do is try your hardest to benefit from it, and don't be so beneficial from it, like, cause it could get you, because you know you can end up with some guy who really didn't like you. He just liked you because your skin was lighter than the next girl's. So till then, I'll probably do a video later. Probably go play video games or something. Alright, chill.